So bros, I wasn't really sure whether to make a new video about the new patch, but decided to do it in the end. And one thing I want to mention is the heroes remain free, all of them, for another week at least. I'm not sure how long this will be for. Still haven't gotten in contact with any S2 member, although I was hoping to. Unfortunately, I don't really have that many connections yet, apart from Macro Hard. Like, Macro Hard is a boss I could just go to him and ask about anything, but he wasn't in line today, so everyone else that is too kind of doesn't really know me. So, um, what do I think about this change if all the heroes were free to play for ever from now on, like to kind of to compete with Dota 2? Well, first of all, there's the problem of, well, what about the people who already paid for the heroes? Like, is it fair to them? Like, should their heroes be refunded or something? Are you one of those guys that says, "Oh, I bought something, so you can't have it for free sometime later"? I mean, you bought it, let's say even yesterday. Well, you could play it yesterday and somebody else couldn't, like if this change was made today. But uh, if we ignore that thing, I think it's a good thing. I mean, you just give people more freedom, get him any hero he wants to play. I don't really see anything bad for it. I mean, yes, there's the difficulty of choice for new players when he joins a game. He's like, oh my god, there's like 110 heroes. What the fuck am I gonna play? But you can play single draft to fix that problem, kind of, or all random, where you can just stick to one hero. I mean, making all the heroes free to play, if HoN manages to survive like that, money-wise, I think it would be pretty cool. I'm all for it. So, the balance changes, although there might seem like there's a lot, actually there are very few. There will be only three that I will mention. Most of the changes are rescales, so to speak. Basically, some abilities have really weird scaling. Like, the numbers are completely weird. Like, for example, let's just take this Armadon. Like, the movement speed buff he gets when he casts a skill from his ultimate is 4% on level 1, 5% on level 2, and then for some reason it's 7% on level 3. Like, what's the reason? I'm not sure. Maybe it was at some point a buff to Armadon's late game. I'm not sure, but it's kind of retarded, so I still decided, hey, wait a second, guys, our game is kind of retarded in some places. Let's just fix it. So they fixed it. Like, if sometimes the damage was just weird, like Arachna Spider cooldown as well. Like 80 seconds, then it's 30 seconds less, then it's 20 seconds less. Like, why not just make it 20, 20, 20? Beyond me, but yeah, they decided to fix everything. Also, pets, like for example, Tundra's second skill. Well, pets have been adjusted for their damage to be static now. Yeah, Vinny, that's a cool story, bro. So all the paths have been changed to static now. So three changes I want to mention. First is the Corrupted Disciple change. This isn't a real scale. This is just a straight up buff. So now his thingies on his ultimate shoot 0.05 seconds faster at all levels. So buff to Corrupted Disciple's ultimate. Did he need it? Yes, even though Corrupted Disciple is my second favorite hero, I've been finding myself playing him less and less lately just because other carries are so much better. They have silences or disables, they have escape mechanisms, they have some other cool skills, and Corrupted Disciple doesn't really have anything going for him. So kind of like Homecoming Stone counters a, what it's called, that hero, Blood Hunter, there we go. Kind of like you get a Homecoming Stone and Blood Hunter ulties you and attacks you just Homecoming Stone away. You can kind of do the same with Corrupted Disciple because he won't be able to kill you that fast, and that's kind of a problem. So a buff to my hero, I'm not sure I'm going to be playing him more from this change. It seems really, really minor, like almost borderline, just to rescale, but I'm happy with any change. Two more changes were Electrician's energy absorption. Yes, it was kind of rescaled to fix the numbers, but in general it was just nerfed on pretty much all levels except for level 1. And nerfed to Electrician, he's a really strong and powerful hero, so I don't really have anything against that. I really think that Electrician is a good hero, even if not played too much. People should really explore him more. He has one of the longest reliable stuns in the game. He's incredibly tanky, deals tons of damage, and has an incredible use for mana. So his ultimate also counters a lot of stuff. So that's change number 2 that I agree with, and last change is the Pebbles change. So now instead of being retarded and like getting 100 damage in level 1, then 80 damage, then 80 damage, and then 40, like why was it a 40 damage buff only on level 4. So this made of kind of weird builds. And like the correct build for me was level your first skill 3 times, like on levels 1, 3, and 5, like as soon as you can. But then you level your second skill instead to the max before grabbing level 4 of stalagmites. So now that it has been fixed and rescaled, but it is also a nerf. It's basically a 20 damage nerf on level 2, 40 damage on level 3, and still 20 on level 4. Also, stalagmites deal twice the damage if you do the combo, like you toss the unit in the air while it's in the air, it deals double damage. It says so in the tooltip, you can read it yourself. That means that it has actually been nerfed by 40 damage for the combo, so the combo now deals 40 damage less on level 4. So kind of a small nerf. Did Pebbles need it? Well, I'll put it this way, they tried to nerf Pebbles carry late game, and they kind of did. Pebbles is worse late game with his ultimate, but he's still a really good carry, and he's also a really strong hero early game, so kind of think he deserved this nerf. Although, well, Pebbles carry wasn't really that much of a problem, but he can carry. He's a really good hero, and really can't say much else about it. Now you can actually, or you have to actually think about what you level up, because, well, leveling up Q gives you 60 damage per level, static, and if you do the combo, it's doubled, so it's 120 damage per level. On the other hand, you have Toss, his second skill, which gives you 75 damage per level, or if you toss the unit himself, like the hero himself, it gives 100 damage, because the unit that gets tossed takes some bonus damage, so that gives 100 damage per level, potentially, or 75, or with the first skill, you get 60, or potentially 120, so you kind of have to think here. So basically, stalagmites can deal less damage, but can also deal more damage, and Toss is somewhere in between, like you're guaranteed good damage, and also Toss has a lower cooldown, however it does not have the stun, so I don't know, some people will probably max out Toss, some people will max out stalagmites first. It completely depends on you. Something to keep in mind is if you go for the 100 damage math on Toss, as if you toss the unit itself, then it will be probably easy to combo in that situation. So I don't know, if you want to spam Toss, I think, and just like keep tossing in the enemy hero, then you can go for W. Otherwise, if you're aiming for the combo, still think it's a better idea to level your Q. But I don't know, now it removes the retarded level 6, 7, like insecurity. Oh, what skill should I level up? Should it be this or this? No, you just level whatever the hell you want. So that pretty much covers it. Pebbles nerf, well, I suppose he was a strong hero. He's pretty annoying to play against, especially when he gets a portal, he just drops everyone. But yeah, everything else was a rescale. Yes, some people, like some heroes, I mean not people, got a buff, some heroes got a nerf on level 4, but it's so negligible that it doesn't matter. So those were the 3 changes I want to talk about in the EA heroes. So hope you enjoyed this video. I'm still alive, I'm still making videos. I'm still thinking of making a top play video, so keep that in mind. That will probably free up a lot of time for me, because editing a top play at the start of each video takes quite a bit of time. So if I don't have to do that, I could potentially release videos more often. But the top play will probably take a lot of time. In any case, hope you enjoyed this video and my views and stuff. Yeah, that sounded kind of bad. Something else I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, the Dota 2 beta key giveaway. I selected a winner, but he just didn't show up. I was like, hey dude, you want the Dota 2 beta key? You need it? Just message me back, and I never heard back from him again. So not sure how that works. We'll probably give out the Dota 2 key again. I'll give you some new questions, harder ones. So see you next time.